Capital cities are usually defined by their speed, their scale, their skyline. And Riyadh, it's all of that and something more. Welcome to Saudi Arabia. The largest Arab country in the Middle East. Bordered by the Red Sea on one side and the vast Arabian desert on the other. This land is a mosaic of ancient history, sweeping dunes and modern ambition, fast becoming a popular tourist destination. I'm Riddhi Dogra. As an actor, I love exploring new places, new worlds, new vibes, every chance I get. So here I am, peeling the layers of this beautiful country, one postcard at a time. This is Riyadh, capital city and the largest in Saudi Arabia. Power center and beating heart of the nation. Only a 4.5-hour flight from Mumbai. Riyadh has a significant population of Indians out of the total of 7 million people. They say Riyadh means gardens in Arabic. And if you look closely, between all this modern steel and glass, you'll find them. Green pockets, hidden courtyards, a city that's always evolving, but still deeply connected to its roots. Away from the glass towers of Riyadh, I've come to the birthplace of Saudi Arabia. This is Al Daraya. And here, every stone tells a story. Spread over 2,020 square kilometers, Diriyah was the first capital of the Saudi dynasty. If you want to know the history of Diriyah, this is the best place to start. I'm standing in front of the family tree of Imam Muhammad bin Saud, the first ruler of the first Saudi state. Back in 1727, Imam Muhammad bin Saud established the first Saudi state. They preserved the remains of the original palace. This was not just a settlement. It was the political and religious center of the region. From these walls, alliances were formed, trade routes flourished, and the unification of scattered tribes began. At-Taref is the historic district within Al Diriyah. It's been recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 2010. The architecture here is a perfect example of Najdi style. Najdi architecture comes from the central region of Saudi Arabia, and it's all about harmony with the desert. A distinctive element is the Al-Faraj or Najdi triangle that you see everywhere amongst the mud bricks. These openings allowed for light and ventilation without compromising on privacy. Seeing the entire lineage of the royal family mapped out like this gives you a sense of how deeply the roots of this nation run. Do you see the changing colors? This represents the growth in the family tree. And this right here is how the first ruler of the kingdom dressed. No symbol carries the pride of the Arabian Peninsula quite like the Arabian horse. They were companions in war, trade, and survival. Even today, They represent elegance and power. Standing here, surrounded by the echoes of history, you can almost feel the ambitions that built a nation. From royal palaces to ancient pathways, Diriyah is a living postcard of the Saudi heritage. And my journey is just getting started. Via Riyadh is a luxury lifestyle destination in the heart of the capital, known for its curated designer boutiques, gourmet dining, and artistic experiences, all wrapped in stunning architecture inspired by Najdi heritage. Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Your store has really fascinated me from outside.
thank
That's
you.
what brought me inside.
We are Saudian brand, Artfina. You know, Artfina, it's mean art in us.
That is Diriyah, right?
Yeah, this is Salwa Palace, one of the biggest palace in Diriyah, and one of the important palace in.
Yeah, I was there today. This is the Elephant Rock.
Yeah,
The Elephant Mountain.
yeah. This is Elephant Mountain, the famous place in Al Ula.
I've been there. And I did the hot air balloon
Yeah.
also.
I know you will never forget that. It will be in your memory.
You should give this to me.
This is crystal and gold plated.
I'm far from home, but never too far from something that reminds you of it. Whether it's the food, the faces, or just the vibe, the Indian connection is always around the corner. So, I'm in Via Riyadh and I was feeling homesick, and I think I've come to the right place. This place is called Gymkhana, and the smell, the fragrance over here is only taking me back home. Tan-tan-tan! This is the surprise. I'm having Golgappe in Riyadh. Let's give it a shot. It seems like the roadside stall has gone into a fancy hotel. The taste is the same. They say great journeys deserve great endings. And tonight, Gymkhana serves just that. From Diriyah's echoes of the past to Via Riyadh's heartbeat of the present, today has been nothing short of magic. And as I pen down these memories, I know tomorrow will bring another postcard from Saudi Arabia. It is a new day in Riyadh, and I am taking the metro, one of the most modern transport systems in the region. As I look out, I see a city that's constantly on the move, balancing its rich past with a dazzling future. And today, I'm going to meet an artist who's doing just that. Lulwa Al Humud is one of Saudi Arabia's most celebrated contemporary artists. A true visionary who uses calligraphy and geometry to explore identity, faith, and form. Her work has traveled across the world, but her roots are right here in Riyadh. She's not just an artist, she's a voice, shaping how Saudi culture is seen globally. And that's exactly why I had to meet her.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
Very good. I am currently speechless. Thank you. Faces.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's lovely. Can I open it?
Yes, please go ahead.
Oh, it looks amazing.
So I am currently overwhelmed and speechless seeing the artwork. A lot of the artwork has a lot of Arabic in it, which I don't understand, but it is so powerful. And I would say there's so much of, I think, your thought and your vision in it that it was speaking to me
I'm glad.
without me understanding anything or, the history behind it or the reference.
Although it's Arabic, but it's not a readable Arabic. This is what happens when artists put the Arabic letters and words into the paintings or into the art.
How did it begin for you, if I may ask?
So my inspiration is the Arabic letters and the calligraphy. But I did not want to be, traditional or repeat what people have done before me. And I actually created my own letters in relation to numbers. So every letter in relation to numbers. I based my Arabic letters on the Vedic square, which is originally from India. But the Muslim artists used it to create geometric patterns.
Right.
And when I did my MA, I wanted to create a geometric pattern that is a language and can be deciphered and understood. So the word became the geometric language.
I'm an artist. I'm an actor.
Okay.
Of course. So I get to do anything a little bit. Try my hand at it.
You can do it.
Oh,
I believe everyone is born artist and creative. Yes. So I want you today to do something with me.
yes.
This work is inspired by Diriyah. So we'll use this ink
Okay.
and we'll print it here. So I'll tell you the process. This is the emulsion, which is a photosensitive. Tilt it that way. Go up. Yeah. Keep going up.
Lulwa Al Hamoud is not just an artist. Her work bridges language, spirituality, and heritage.
It's okay.
Born right here in Riyadh, she studied sociology at King Saud University.
Remember that we put the photosensitive material on the screen?
Wow. Trained under master calligrapher Rashid Butt and drew inspiration from Egyptian legend Ahmad Mustafa.
It's close. Start. So what we do now is we remove the film and we will take it to the washing.
Come on,
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I feel like a pro. Her creations, intricate, minimalist, yet deeply meaningful, are now part of Saudi Arabia's national curriculum, inspiring the next generation.
And push it now this way. Well done. The paper is not in the right place, but it's okay.
I like it. It's abstract.
Nice, yeah?
It's off-center. Imperfect, just the way life is. Right?
Yes.
Her work reflects the spirit of the modern Najdi woman. So I wanted to experience the soul of Najd itself. Where better than at a place that brings tradition to life? Najd village. I ended up meeting an Indian family living in Riyadh. And there was something so comforting about sharing a traditional Saudi meal with familiar faces. Hi guys, I've already made friends with your son, I think. Thank you. This is Arabic coffee. You have been living here away from India, you for 25 years?
Almost 25 years, yeah.
I'm almost 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
So how's life here? I'm very curious.
It's really good.
like we enjoy living here. Actually, from my side, as I'm living here from last 25 years, so I miss most if I go from Riyadh because I feel like a home.
Okay. Okay, what is salik?
Salig is something like a white rice. They cook in chicken or meat broth. And
Adding milk also.
Yeah, adding milk also, cow milk. Yeah. And they even top it with ghee.
Okay.
Yes. It's very, very heavy. Very heavy.
It's very heavy.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite out of all of this?
Mandi.
It's kapsa actually. It's kapsa, yeah.
What is it?
Kapsa rice.
Acha,
What in it? Rice or?
I will have rice.
Rice. Is it yellow or white?
Oh, I'll have a little bit of both.
Okay.
The food, rich, slow cooked, full of flavor. It reminded me that taste is one of the quickest way to understand a place. From my last day in Riyadh, I am checking into something truly special. The St. Regis, where Riyadh's legendary hospitality meets timeless luxury. Riyadh's hospitality is nothing short of regal.
Hey, how are you? I'm Zainab, Director of Marketing of the St. Regis Riyadh. Welcome to the best address in Riyadh.
Very happy to be here.
So just to let you know a little bit about the St. Regis, it's a legacy that goes back to 120 years ago when the brand was founded by John Jacob Astor. Just let me tell you a nice story about this chandelier. Now, our interior designer had a famous inspiring quote about turning the pages of the past to the future, and she was referring to the vision of 2030, and this is where this shape of pages came from to design our chandelier. You came just in time for the ceremony of Regal Mary, which is our version of the Bloody Mary by Caroline Astor. So please, welcome to the bar, to the St. Regis bar. Let's enjoy the experience in there.
Sure. Okay, I'm really interested in knowing what is this ceremony of the Regal Mary.
Yeah, so Regal Mary is a version of the Bloody Mary creation. In this case, in Saudi Arabia, we are not working with alcohol. In this case, with Regal Mary, we put dates puree to give this unctuous flavor.
You put dates in there?
Yes, dates puree is handmade for us.
Wow, I love this drink already. Okay, I'm going to take a sip. It's basically Saudi twist to a classic. I love it. Absolutely love it. But you know, this can be a great breakfast. Because this has no alcohol. I might just finish it. Actually, I will finish it. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Go away. From modern comfort to timeless charm, I'm heading straight to one of Riyadh's oldest and most iconic markets, Souk Al Zal. It feels like stepping into a living museum. Hello? Souk Al Zal is a place where time lingers in the folds of carpets. How much?
2,000.
Cheaper, and stories drift with the scent of oud. It's deep, smoky, sweet, like memories you can't quite place.
Yes, not me. Show the cameraman. Shoot him. We have the traditional locks. It's come from India. I think it's 80% of the brass original coppers come from India. All the GCC countries have old relationship between India and them.
Yes.
Souk Al-Zal dates back over 100 years. Merchants from all corners of Arabia and beyond, Yemen, Persia, even India, came here to trade spices, textiles, perfumes, and stories. The name Zal means carpet. But this souk is so much more than that. It is heritage, stitched together over centuries. Now, it's time to feel the heartbeat of Riyadh's nightlife. Bold, buzzing, and full of surprises. Next stop, Boulevard City. Boulevard City is like a theme park for every kind of personality. You want fun? Fashion? Games? It's all here. I walked through dancing wall fountains, tried my hand at one of those crazy punching games. Turns out, I still need to work on my uppercut. And then something unexpected. The WWE arena. But not just any arena. I stepped into the Undertaker's graveyard escape. Every child's dream is to be in the Undertaker world, and I'm going to do some puzzle inside. I have no clue what I'm going to do, and that's exactly what I have to find out. I have to find some clues. Let's go.
We have a winner! Good job!
A full-blown immersive game where you have to solve riddles and escape before it's too late.
6, 7, good job!
Game over? Yes. Fun? Absolutely.
Yes, you did it! Good job! Good job! Good job! I love it!
As the lights of Riyadh twinkle in the night sky, I take with me not just memories, but a deeper connection to a city that's rewriting its future while honoring its past. Until next time, it's a goodbye from me, Riddhi Dogra, from the soul of Saudi Arabia.